Guys, hello and welcome back once again to the Tier 1 drivers from the Aero League Racing's Gt7 Championship, and this is indeed the final round of Season 18. There's a little bit of confustication in the standings, but I do believe I have got the right ones here. So Zico moves back up into first place and into the lead of the championship. And is he going to be able to sew up two seasons in a row in Tier 1? I think he'd be the second driver alongside Iggy to get that one done. But he might be able to sew it up tonight. Obviously BX will be hot on his heels though. BX is only 27 points behind. So if he pulls out a couple of good races, you never know, maybe he can topple the reigning Tier 1 champion. But as I say, Zico's still in the lead with 100, or back into the lead with 197 points. Racing Green was hot on his heels, but he's away on holiday, unfortunately, for this final round. So he's not going to be picking up any points tonight. He's got 191 points. Then BX Royal in third place at the moment with 170. We have Yannick in fourth with 157. Then Viking Dog is sat in fifth with 154. Kellen currently sixth with 131. Capel's seventh with 121. Alessandra's in eighth with 120. Then CMP ninth with 108. We have Anonyma in 10th with 61 points. Then we have Perry in 11th with 54. Tintin's in 12th with 43 points. We've got Autoration in 13th with 41. Astro's in 14th with 36, Lattus in 15th with 18, and Polito rounds it out. In fact, no, Iggy's there as well. Iggy's got 10 points. He's in 17th. Polito in 16th with 16 points. So it's looking like the Mazda guys have got the constructors sewn up with 351 points. That's quite a big lead, quite a sizable lead over the Peugeot RCZ, who are only on 234 points, and the Jaguar guys there in third with 231, the Lexus in fourth with 229, Porsche in fifth with 193, and my phone's just decided to lock on me. McLaren in sixth with 185, then the BMW M6s with 161, the AMG 20 in eighth with 34, and the Mitsubishi Lancer will round out the points with 10. And obviously the Corvettes, the Hyundai Genesis and the Honda NSX all yet to score points. I don't think we're going to see them this evening though. But yeah, this is going to be it. This is the final round of season 18. How many drivers are we going to have this evening? We're going to have some of the reserves turn up for the final round. Be nice to have a full grid. But we currently have Coleman making an appearance in the Corvette. We've got Zico. We have CMP, Yannick, Astro, Anonyma, Perry, we've got Alessandro, Tintin, we're just going to call him Kiddis, BX Royal, Kellen, Zico, and Lattus. And well, welcome along, dude. To Solakadis. I'll probably completely murder that. Sorry if I've butchered that name, but yeah, we'll call you Kiddis. It's easier for me. Bit of a tongue twister, Solakadis. But yeah, Solakadis looking like he's making a debut in this final round, so we'll be able to see what he can do this evening. Can he upset the stand-ins? Or can he upset the final stand-ins, shall we say? I think also Viking and Zico are battling out at the moment for what is the it's like the overall, let me find the thing. can't even find the relevant... We can't even find the relevant information. Statistics, it's like statistics over the season, how many wins and stuff. I believe that's what he goes off of, and fastest laps and such. And Viking and Zico are neck and neck in the top of that table at the moment. Obviously nothing to do with these stand-ins in the Gt7 Championship. I think obviously it contributes to it. Welcome along, Raphael. As I know it's Raphael, I can call you Raf in the race, because I don't want to murder your surname. But welcome along, dude. Nice to have you on board. And I think this might be it. So we're going into qualifying now. We will find BX Royal. He's going to come out before everyone else. And we are at Daytona Raceway. Which kind of resembles a baby xenomorph. I don't think we're going to see any jumping out and trying to eat our drivers this evening though, which is good. So as I say, BX Royal 27 points at the moment behind Zico. Zico currently top of the standings and he is reigning Tier 1 champion. Can Zico make the double this evening, or can this guy manage to topple him off of that top slot? I'm sure BX is going to be looking for another championship win. He's got a couple under his belt already. He's in the Jaguar. We got Yannick in the Porsche. I didn't have a look at the any of the stewards' reports last week. It'd be interesting to see how it went with the Auto Ration incident. But I'm sure it wasn't anything meant. Like, I don't think Yannick actually meant to send him round. Alessandro in third place in the BMW. He's not in third place, he's come out in third. We'll find the standings again, we can tell you where he is. But he's in the BMW M6. We've got Viking Dog in the Mazda RX Vision, followed by his teammate there, Zico. Zico chasing his second championship win, current Tier 1 leader, or current Tier 1 champion. Kellen in the McLaren 650S. Coleman behind him in the Corvette. We've got CMP in the Lexus RCF. We have Tintin in the Peugeot RCZ, or Peugeot, however you want to say it. Astro in the second of the two Porsches. We haven't seen Astro pretty much all season. Perry in the McLaren 650S. We have Lattice back again in the Mercedes AMG 20. We've got Anonyma in the second of the two Jaguar. And Raf, what's Raf in this evening? I think Raf is sporting the Citroen. We don't see it get used a lot. I think we saw Viking use it a few seasons back. And it is a bit of a sleeper. So we'll have to keep an eye on Raf and give him a warm welcome and see what he can do in this, the final round. BX is now on his first flying lap. And these bank corners can be very brutal on the tyre, where you want to be tucked right into the car behind normally. BX has managed to break away from the pack, get some free air, and he's not giving anyone the toe crucially. You can see some headlights up ahead of him. I think that might be Raf. It's going to be interesting to see who picks up a penalty through that bus stop. Obviously, you see you can run the track limits quite wide, but if you're a pixel over, you're definitely going to be slapped with a penalty. And it's also not really a place for moves, but we've seen moves go into there before, and sometimes it pays off, but sometimes it's not the best place to get a move done. We can see some shenanigans thrown up through there. And also the invisible wall, I'm not sure if they've removed it, but there used to be an invisible wall on the inside here of turn 1, and if you take it too narrow on the entrance, you can hit that wall and it's fatal. BX got there through there nicely, and he actually did a 1:45.957. Coleman manages 1:46.223. CMP 146.587. Where are the Mazdas? Zico currently on a 158. Raf still yet to finish his first flying lap. Anonymous curiously gone in for a fresh set of softs already. So provisional pole position currently sits with BX Royal, who's actually just been a purple sector once again, and he's quite a way ahead of the guys behind him, so we will just stay on board with him for just a second. The closest guy to him at the moment is Jay Coleman. That's Eric Slim. He's only 2/10 off the back of BX. And he's still purple through that middle sector. So I think he's definitely going to be improving once again on this lap. It's going to be interesting to see the fastest lap the guys can do around here. I can't quite remember what sort of lap times. Oh, he's actually dipped into the pits. I wouldn't be surprised if everyone starts diving the pits. In fact, no, they've stayed out for another lap. And Viking Dog manages to creep up there. Only a 10th at the moment off the back now of BX Royal. And Kellen, only 600ths off the back of Viking Dog, so that's a really good lap there for Kellen. See if he can nail some more fast laps. So that drops Coleman currently down to provisional 4th place in the Corvette. We've got Perry currently sat in 5th. Alessandro is currently sat in 6th. That's a good time there. And look how close the grid is. The grid very, very close indeed. CMP 7th. Lattis currently provisional 8th. Yannick in 9th. Astro currently 10th. Tintin 11th. Raf has managed to put in a 148.3. That's putting him in 12th place at the moment. He's actually 8/10 up through that last sector, so he should be improving on this lap. We'll stay on board with him for just a second to see how much he improves by. Just coming up to the start finish now. And it's a 147.4, which pushes him up now to 10th place. So Astro is down to 11th. Then we have Tintin currently sat in 12th. Zico all the way down in 13th. So Zico really needs to nail a lap. We've got Anonymous currently sat down in 14th place. I don't think he's put a lap in yet as well. So BX Royal, the closest person to him at the moment is Viking Dog. He's currently getting a toe off of Perry in the McLaren. I'm sure Perry's going to be making the most of the gearing in that McLaren. But it looks like they've changed it now. It was definitely had 7 gears, didn't it? It'd keep pulling in 7th gear. It used to be an absolute powerhouse. Or am I thinking of the GR4? I don't think the GR4 has 7 gears. And Coleman manages to move up into provisional pole with a 145.9. That's a 901. BX currently on 957, so only 500ths in it. Coleman actually purple through that sector as well by a 10th. We're going to stay on board and see what this final lap is. We might see another improvement from Raf. Is he's going to be coming up to the start finish as well, so we'll keep an eye on the left hand side there. See if he manages to jump up into, well, we'll see if he jumps up into 8th at least, or higher. Oh, so actually up into 9th now for Raf. So Coleman actually lost a few hundredths through the last sector, and he's actually down as he crosses the line. BX with half a second penalty. That's going to destroy that lap for him. He's going to have to go once again. We're into the 9th minute now. About 30 seconds left of this qualifying session. I think the guys who managed to cross the line now will get another lap, but anyone behind is going to struggle. Kellen still currently sat in provisional 4th place, with Lattis improves up into provisional 5th. Perry currently sat in 6th. We got Alessandro now down to 7th. CMP is there in 8th. Tintin looking like he might start in 9th. Zico's improved up to 10th. Still got his work cut out for him. Yannick 11th. Anonyma 12th. Raf now down to 13th. Astro has put a lap in, but it's only good enough for 14th place at the moment. Is this how the starting grid is going to be? Are we going to see Coleman lining up on pole position for the final race of the season? For the final round of the season. First race of the final round. Oh, and he's... Oh! So he's purple, but he's picked up a 2.5 worth of penalties, so... That's not going to help him too much. Well, it's not going to help him at all. He's not going to improve this time round. So, is BX going to be able to move ahead? You're not doing too badly at the moment, Raf. Don't count yourself out at the moment, dude. It's a long way to go yet. And he does. So he goes 1/10 faster than Coleman to go on to provisional pole. So Coleman currently sat on provisional 2nd place. Viking Dog. How many more positions are we going to see change? So Viking Dog doesn't improve. Kellen doesn't improve. Lattis has finished his lap. I think everybody else has finished their final flying lap. Zico improves up into 7th. So we'll have a quick rundown through the starting grid. So BX is going to line up on pole for the first race of this final round. Coleman starts in 2nd. Anonyma will start in 3rd. That's a good starting place for Anonyma. So the 2 Jaguars lining up in 1st and 3rd. Viking Dog will start in 4th. Kellen will be 5th. Lattis starts in 6th. Zico in 7th. Perry in 8th. We've got Alessandro starting in 9th. CMP in 10th. Tintin in 11th. Yannick in 12th. Raf will start in 13th, and Astro will start in 14th place. Give me 30 seconds, BX. Just waiting for the tablet to... Gotta wait for the tablet to warm up, man. Right, no, you can go whenever. It's buffering. Right, so we'll join the guys on the track in just a second. Or will we? Currently, we cannot see any cut. There we go. The cameraman is going to get shot. We have got the starting grid glitch. That isn't a good look for the first race of the evening, but BX does start on pole. Wait, what? Why have we got a blue flag? What is going on? Polyphony, please. Lots of positions being swapped in the background. Anonyma getting a good start, but Coleman managing to keep that 2nd place for the meantime. He's going to be trying to push BX Royal along as Anonyma tries to go around the outside. We've still got a blue flag. I'm not sure what that is all about. Definitely a glitch within the game, as there's a concertina into turn 1 between the top 3 cars, and then further back Viking Dog tries to take 4th place. Or in fact, Lattis up the inside now, up into 4th place. Viking Dog is down to 5th. Zico is up to 6th. He's going to be trying to get past his teammate now. Viking Dog, is Viking Dog going to play the team game and allow Zico to be able to get past him? We've got Perry back there in 7th, Kellen is in 8th. We've got Tintin going around the outside now of Alessandro. He's going to get the move done up the inside into this next one. He is. So Tintin up to 9th. He's almost going to get past the McLaren off Kellen as well. Kellen's going to be on the inside. He's actually onto the grass. No, Kellen! Kellen's off. He's off. So Raf now up into 10th place. We've got Yannick there in 11th. Astro is now 12th. CMP in 13th. And Kellen all the way down in 14th place now. And he's got damage to that car as well. That's heartbreak there for Kellen. He had such a good start. We've got BX Royal and Coleman and now having a bit of a slipstream battle. In fact, it looks like Coleman maybe giving BX the bump draft there. As they come through the bus stop for the first time in this race. And because of the glitches at the start of the race, we actually forgot to get the klaxon as well, but we've got it lined up for the feature. But BX Royal still being chased down by Coleman. Is Coleman going to go and try and take the lead of the race? In fact, no, he does. He has a look around the outside. BX has covered him off. They've got to be careful about that invisible wall on the inside line there. Yeah, it's cutting it ever so fine. Coleman still managing to stick with him. Further back, we got Lattis now up into 3rd place. In the AMG, he got a really good start there. Viking Dog now in 4th. Zico, sorry, in 5th place, being hounded by Perry and Anonyma. Anonyma down to 7th. Anonyma getting a really bad start there. Maybe getting caught up in some of the shenanigans as Perry looks up the inside of Zico. Zico manages to keep it though. Just with a better line through the corner there. Managed to carry the better speed. So Perry now being hounded by Anonyma, and then we have Tintin there in 8th place. A little bit of a gap now back to Yannick, who's managed to get past Raf. Then we have Astro and CMP. Alessandro some way back now, as is Kellen. So BX Royal now with a 4/10 gap over Coleman, back in 2nd place. So I've gone on board with Coleman. Eric Slim. Slim did a Rosberg, didn't he, the other season? He won the season and then was like, yeah, no, I'm retiring. I'm going to be a reserve for a bit. But I think we're going to see him back on grid. I'm confident we'll see him back on grid. We can see him here tonight, and he is challenging BX Royal for the lead of the race now. Oh, we're going to be able to see him set a move up into turn 1. He's going to have a look around the outside. BX goes to cover him off. I think it's you're gonna have to be a lot closer coming into turn 1 to be able to get that move to stick. There are other opportunities around the track though, so Slim is just going to work on hanging off of BX's bumper at the moment. He's now got a 1.1 second buffer over Lattis in 3rd place. We've seen that Lattis has been hampered by tyre wear in the other rounds so far this season, so hopefully he's going to be able to manage them tyres this evening. Perhaps we'll see him bring home some decent points in this final round. So Viking Dog still ahead of his teammate Zico, the championship leader and the Tier 1 reigning champion, the defending champion. And we definitely saw a battle, didn't we, last week between Viking Dog and Zico. We thought Viking Dog was going to play the team game, and then he just, like, at the end there, he's like, nah, this place is my, I'm taking the points. So Zico has got his work cut out for him. And he's actually got Perry not far off the back of him now. Perry well and truly in that slipstream. Is he going to be able to go for a move, though? In fact, it looks like Perry may be aiding Zico a little bit. He's given him a little bit of a nudge there. Bit of a bump draft. He's going to have a look around the outside now into turn 1. Zico's still there on the inside. Still unable to get past his teammate. Viking Dog covered that inside off nicely, didn't he? It was great defending there from Viking Dog. Just great positioning of the car through turn 1. To be fair, there's not too many alternative lines really you can take around it. Everybody really sticking in the wheel tracks of each other. I think if anywhere we're going to see it come on the approach possibly to the bus stop. You got to be a brave man to do it in the braking zone. But Zico is now closer than he was the lap before. In fact, these guys all starting to catch Lattis up in 3rd place. He had a second, well, 1.2 seconds buffer before, but it's come down to 9/10 now. Zico's still hanging on to the tail of his teammate. And Viking Dog just doing really well to keep him behind at the moment. And Perry is still unable to find his way past either in the McLaren. Go on board and watch this battle unfold ahead of us. Is Zico going to be close enough to be able to try and set one up? Not this time round. Very, very close indeed between these 4 cars now. It's become a 4-way battle for 3rd place. As Perry goes a little bit deep there, he's managed to save it. He's not picked up a penalty either, so that's not going to hamper him too much, but maybe losing a couple of attempts to the cars ahead and allowing Anonyma to creep back up into that slipstream range. A lovely shot of the brake disc glowing on the front of that Jaguar. Tintin now in 8th. Still ahead of the 2 Porsches of Yannick and Astro. Then we have Raf now down to 11th, so he's lost a place to the 2 Porsches. Interesting tyre choice, Raf. I think everybody probably around you is on the softs. Perhaps Raf just feeling a bit more comfortable on the medium compound. So BX Royal 3 attempts up through that sector. Is going to be able to take the fastest lap away from Slim. Slim has currently got it, and BX Royal has still got a 9 attempts gap over Slim. Slim unable to reel him back in at the moment. And he does 1:45.712 there for BX Royal. So Coleman still trying to work. Oh, as he gets a little bit out of shape there through the exit of turn 1. And picks up a second's worth of penalty. No! Oh no, he spun it as well. He spun it, he sent it round. He's still spinning it. Oh no, that's heartbreak there for Coleman. That has given BX a massive buffer now. On lap 6 and 9, we've only got 3 more to go, or 2 and change. But Lattis now up into 2nd place. How long can he manage them softs for? It looks like he's managing them already, or having to go into tyre management, tyre conservation mode already. That's why he's lost so much time, or why he'd lost so much time to the top 2. But BX romping off into the distance now, 3.1 seconds up the road. Lattis has now got a charging Viking Dog on his bumper, and Viking Dog looking to try and get away from his teammate, it seems, as well. Is he going to be able to get the move done on the Mercedes? fact, the gap back to Zico still very close as well, so is Zico going to be able to make the most of these two battling in front of him? Does it look like Lattis moved over to cover the outside? He's opened the door there to Viking Dog. Looks like he's managed to keep it though. They're still side by side on the approach now to turn 2. I think that's turn 2 there. We're on the approach now to turn 3. Zico's going to try and make the most of it as well. He's trying to get involved in this battle here for second place. Lattis goes a little bit deep there on the corner. That's allowed Viking Dog back up along his side again. Zico, what's Zico going to do? Is he going to help his teammate or is he going to help Lattis? The two Mazdas now side by side. Let's hope they don't take each other out. Oh my god, this is heating up. It's definitely heating up. They're still side by side, Lattis and Viking Dog. Second and third place. And we've got Perry waiting in the wings there as well. Perry looking hungry in the background. This is well and truly a 4-car battle for second place at the moment. As Perry tries to get the move done on Zico. Zico still trying to find his way past his teammate up ahead. And Lattis doing so well to hold on to that second place at the moment as Viking Dog now is going to have a look up the inside there, neck and neck. It's going to be a drag race on the approach to the bus stop. Viking Dog later on the brakes. Lattis. Viking Dog up into second place there. Lattis now down to third. Is Zico going to be able to follow his teammate there? Get on to the back of Viking Dog. Zico pulls out, he's having a look around the outside now. Lattis, it just looks like he hasn't got enough left in them tyres. Is he going to keep his boot in though? And he does, he's on the inside, nearly clipping the grass there. Plenty of space given between these two guys. And they're still side by side. Lattis keeps the position. Zico swaps back to the outside. Lattis onto the inside. Great bit of racing from these guys. Oh, and Lattis has gone a little bit deep again. That's allowed Zico to come alongside once more. Perry is trying to get in there as well. These guys have got a nice gap over the rest of the field, but oh, as Perry sends one up the inside, Zico goes around the outside. They're 3 wide. Oh my god. Somebody's got to get a race photo of that. 3 wide. Through turn 5, I want to say it is. Oh, it's this tiny little nudge there. Perry drops down into 5th. Zico back onto Lattis. Perry hasn't lost too much time there. He's still well and truly in that slipstream. 2 tenths is all it is. As Zico is looking for the move once more. I don't think he's going to be close enough into the braking zone here. And that has allowed Viking Dog to create 1.1 seconds over Lattis now. Zico still trying to hold off Perry. Perry absolutely pushing Zico along now. And they're going to be 3 wide once again. They were 3 wide momentarily. Perry now on the inside, up into 3rd place. Zico's going to try and keep that position. But Lattis manages to move back up into 4th. But no, they're still side by side. Oh my god. These guys. So much respect given though between Zico and Lattis and Perry. Absolutely cracking hard racing there. So the guy leading the race on the final lap is BX Royal. He has got the fastest lap as well. 5.9 seconds is the gap he has over the rest of the field. Viking Dog looking like he might be good for 2nd step on the podium. Perry currently up into 3rd. Lattis is there in 4th. Zico 5th. Is it going to be enough though? Is Zico going to be able to take enough points to stay ahead of BX? The reigning Tier 1 champion, is he seeing this second season slipping through his fingers in this final round? Not too sure. We'll have to see how the feature goes. But it looks like it's calmed down a little bit. We might see some more fights going on further back. We've got to go on board with this guy here as he takes the checkered flag in this first race. GGBX. Viking Dog looking like he's going to take second. Perry was so close at the end there, takes third place. Lattis in fourth. We've got Zico in fifth. Tintin will take sixth. Yannick in seventh place. Astro finishes in eighth. We've got Alessandro there in ninth. Coleman will finish in 10th. Raf finishes in 11th. CMP is going to bring it home in 12th place. So we got Anonymous finishing in 13th, and Kellen taking an interesting line there through that final turn. He's going to bring it home in 14th. Well, that was your first race, guys, out the way. And obviously this one is the main event. The next race is the main event of the evening, the feature race. The 40-minute endurance. I think that's what everyone comes for, isn't it? The sprint is good, but yeah, the feature is the one. So obviously your finishing results once again are BX Royal in first place, Viking Dog finished in second, with Perry in third, we got Lattis in fourth, Zico finished in fifth, Tintin finished in sixth, Yannick in seventh, Astro in eighth, Alessandro was ninth, Coleman 10th, Raf was 11th, CMP was 12th, Anonymous was 13th, and Kellen was 14th place. So your reverse top 10 grid is going to be Coleman starting on pole in the feature, with Alessandro starting in second place. We're going to have Astro lining up in third, with Yannick in fourth, Tintin in fifth, Zico in sixth, Lattis in seventh, Perry will start in eighth, Viking Dog in ninth, and BX will start in 10th place. What did you think of that? God, that was some awesome racing, wasn't it? Brilliant stuff. Four-way battle for second place there. That was crazy. It could have been anyone's. But at the end there, they just lost too much time to BX. BX managing to romp away with that first race. Took the fastest lap there as well at Fetus Raceway. So I believe we're waiting for the lobby reset before everyone will start testing what compounds they're going to use for the first stint. I imagine we're going to see a lot of mediums. Seems to have been the standard, doesn't it? Although some people opting to run the sauce. We've seen Racing Green do it. Obviously he's not here this evening. I think he would have been in the 15th slot if he was. So as is always, if you need to go and get a refreshment or a toilet break, go and do so now. We'll be back with a feature shortly. So it does look like we've got a lot of people going for the mediums in the first stint. In fact, looks like everybody, apart from Slim. Well, apart from Slim and Raph. So Raph looking like he might opt for the softs in the first stint. And what do you think it's going to be, guys? Do you think it's going to be a one-stop or a two-stop? So we saw a lot of people doing two-stops last week, didn't we? Are you doing fine, Raph? I don't know why it's just popped up with the same messages again, but... I will see if you're lagging, Alessandro. Yeah, I think it might be the lobby, mate. Because when I joined, it was only 3 bar. You look fine. We'll stand by with you for just a second. If you go for a few corners, we'll be able to see it better. Like you see if you see the sideways porpoising. Nah, you look good, buddy. I think we've seen a tiny little bit of like, yeah, no, you're definitely alright, mate. So you can see it with Perry there. You can see Perry's like a little bit, but then I believe he's American, isn't he? So perhaps his connection to the lobby isn't that great. But you can see a tiny little bit of judder in there, can't you? A little bit of sideways porpoising, as I used to call it. Yannick looks like he's good. There may be a tiny bit there. Who else is on track? Viking Dog. So we've had the message there from BX starting soon. But you could see, I think you could see it with Viking, Zico, and Laos when they were really close together. In fact, when the whole field was really close together, I think it was a little bit glitchy.
Because there's a thunderstorm over Milan ATN, and I'm a bit concerned for the others. If you see that I'm lagging too much, send a message in.
Oh, okay, yeah. No worries, buddy. So here it is, the feature race, the final race of the evening. 40 minutes of Daytona. The guys have got their work cut out for them. Rolling start as always. And a reverse top 10 grid. 23 laps. The klaxon sounded, they are off. I don't think we're going to see any moves coming into turn 1 just yet. Oh, Zico goes around the outside there. Tries to go around the outside of Tintin early doors. So we did see, in fact, a move come into turn 1 as they're still side by side. I think Tintin just moves ahead, but Zico's going to try it up the inside once again. And he does, in fact, move up into 5th place. Tintin now down to 6th, but Tintin's trying to fight back once again. Can he retake that position? Yeah, you do see it. It looks a little bit stuttery, doesn't it? But no, Zico keeping the position for the minute. And then we have Lats behind in 7th place. We've got Viking Dog there in 8th, holding off Perry there in 9th. BX Royal trying to find his way through the pack. Started in 10th, still unable to make up a position. CMP there in 11th, Anonyma in 12th. Raph in 13th in that Citroen. Then we've got Kellen in 14th place. So Coleman now has pulled out 1.1 seconds over the rest of the field, aided by that softer compound tyre. How long he's going to be able to run them for? How hard does that Corvette work on them softs? Be interesting to see. We've seen a lot of different cars. They definitely have different wear characteristics. Some cars are a lot softer on their tyres than others. So Alessandro still holds on to second place for the minute. The two Porsches behind him, Astro and Yannick, in third and fourth place. Zico up to fifth now, looking to try and make a move maybe on the second Porsche of Yannick. Oh, in fact, Zico gets the move done on Astro. What happened to Astro? It looked like he just moved ahead of him. That was very strange indeed. As they all get a little bit bunched up through turn 3. So we've got Astro down to 5th now. Zico is up to 4th place. Tintin now in 6th. Tintin puts in a purple sector. Tintin on mediums. Lattis losing that position now to Viking Dog and BX. BX goes, oh, he's trying to get a bog off. Tried to get a 2 for 1. And he actually loses out there. He's lost the position now to Perry. Perry moving up into 9th. BX is back down to 10th. Lattis tries to set up a move on Viking Dog. Wasn't quite close enough. Perry is now under the attention of BX once again. BX struggling to find his way through the pack. This happened to him last week. Really strong in the sprint, but couldn't find his way through the field in the feature. And he had a couple of moments, didn't he? I think he was taken out a couple of times. As Perry now up the inside there. Was he? Or was Lattis going for a move on Perry? Not sure. Looked like Perry got a move done. There's definitely some weirdness going on within the lobby. As Zico passes the Porsche of Yannick. It looked like Yannick moved over for him. In fact, these two were teammates before, so maybe Yannick trying to give his former teammate a helping hand here. Crucially, Zico is up into 3rd place, onto the back almost of Alessandro. Alessandro is holding on to that 2nd place for dear life. He has lost Coleman though. Coleman, with the aid of them softs, is 3.8 seconds up the road now in that Corvette. The Corvette has got a very good top end though, I believe. Alessandro doing really well though at the moment to try and maintain that gap to Zico. It's come down to 5 tenths already. Are we going to see Zico close enough to be able to set one up into turn 1? Maybe have a look around the outside. Or is Alessandro going to defend that 2nd place? He might actually be far enough ahead not to have to worry about defending this time round. But yeah, Zico wasn't close enough to set one up that time, but he is closer than ever to Alessandro. In 2nd place. We'll have to stay on board for just a second, see if he manages to take that position. Alessandro driving a really good race at the moment though. So we're currently on board with 2nd place. Alessandro looking back to Zico. Zico is trying to set that move up, trying to take that 2nd place away from Alessandro, but Alessandro defending really well at the moment. Doing really well to hold on to that 2nd place. We've got the 2 Porsches in the background there of Yannick and Astro. And Zico closes up really close there onto the back bumper of Alessandro through that last turn in the braking zone. Are we going to see a move come here though? I think Alessandro's going to stay on the inside, doesn't he? Oh no, he moves over last minute. So is Zico actually helping him to try and get onto the back of first place Coleman. Coleman is now 5.3 seconds up the road. But I think that definitely aided Alessandro a little bit there. Zico now has 8 attempts over the 2 Porsches. Maybe finally breaking the toe. Although I think the 2 Porsches now working together to try and get back into that toe. That's a brilliant library on them cars. And Viking Dog onto the back of the 2 Porsche as BX gets a move done. Oh no, he's still fighting with Tintin. Tintin on the inside now. Tintin retakes that position. Almost loses it again on the exit. In fact, no, BX does manage to retake it on the exit. Tintin's going to try around the outside. Perry defending for dear life. BX. Oh, BX receiving a little bit of a nudge there in the braking zone. Oh, as Perry goes deep onto the grass. We've seen that happen from one of the McLarens already tonight. No, he doesn't. What the hell? What is going on with the lobby? That. You guys just saw that, didn't you? I swear to God. As Perry, no, BX does finally get the move done on Perry. His teammate tries to follow him through there as well. Is Anonymous going to be able to aid BX in getting that move done? Doesn't want to be too close into the braking zone. And yeah, he does. So BX up into 7th place with Anonymous now up into 8th. Perry is down to 9th. We've got Tintin there in 10th. CMP is 11th. Lattice is in 12th. Kellen 13th. And Raf now in 14th. And Raf started on the hards. So Raf going for a long one in the first stint. I think he's going to be using as much fuel as he can. Or has he already pit? I didn't see anyone going to the pits. I think we can see. Getting the move done there on Kellen. I think Kellen may be having a penalty there. So Coleman now 6.4 seconds up the road. When will he pit? Them softs have got to be starting to feel a bit rubbish now, haven't they? Actually taking the fastest lap 2 laps previous. 1:46.510 at the moment for Coleman. As Alessandro still under the attention now of Zico, still holding that 2nd place, doing a fantastic job as well. We lost one of the Porsches, I think. Yeah, so Viking Dog has dispatched one of the Porsches. One of the Porsches now back in 6th place and dropping into the clutch to BX Royal, who is now up into 7th. Alessandro still holding that 2nd place. How long is he going to be able to hold on to it for? He's got Zico and Yannick behind him, 2 former teammates, as Zico looks now to the inside on the approach to the bus stop. I think he's got it done. And he has. He's got it done before the braking zone. So Alessandro down to 3rd place. He managed to keep it though, didn't he, for 6 laps. GG's Alessandro. And I think he's still got some left in the tank. So I think maybe he's just going to stick with Zico. Maybe looking to set one up around the outside. Not quite close enough, I feel. I was actually... I think Alessandro now in a battle with Yannick. Oh, and Viking Dog out of nowhere sends one up the inside. Manages to get that Mazda stop. I don't know how he did that. Up into 3rd place for Viking Dog, but he's being challenged now by Yannick. Alessandro's still there though, still hot on the tail of Yannick. I think Alessandro just had his sights focused on trying to defend that position. The Yannick didn't see Viking Dog coming up the inside there. He was lucky not to get taken out, I think. That was a bit of a lunge from Viking Dog, but he got that car stopped. I don't know how he did it. Incredible stuff. Is he going to help his teammate out though? Crucially. He didn't last week. So Slim now with 7.1 seconds on very, very worn softs. He's definitely only going to get another lap or two out of them. But actually putting in consistent lap times as well, like 46s from laps 2 to lap 6. What is this one going to be? Lap 7. So that one's a 47, so he's actually lost 7 tenths through that last lap. So yeah, them tyres are definitely going to be second hand now. And Zico now in second place, but being chased down by his teammate in third, Viking Dog. You see in the background there, Viking Dog has managed to get past Yannick, but still, well and truly, Yannick is on the attack. Viking Dog making the Mazda as wide as he possibly can. Alessandro still looking to hold on to the gearbox of the Porsche. Yannick now being aided by the slipstream of Viking Dog. Is he going to have enough as they approach to the braking zone for the bus stop? Actually backing out a little bit there. As I say, you've got to be brave to try and get one done into the bus stop, because there's not a lot of room there at all. Yeah, we can definitely see some lag within the lobby now, as Coleman does finally enter the pits. Zico will move into the lead of the race. And there he goes, he becomes your new race leader. Where will Slim come out? So Viking Dog now in second. Seven tenths off his teammate, still holding off Yannick in third place in the Porsche. We've got Alessandro in fourth now, trying to keep BX Royal behind him in fifth. As BX Royal gets a move done up the inside, Alessandro just went a tiny bit deep, opened the door. BX just came sailing through. Oh, Alessandro with a massive twitch there. I don't know how he held that. Almost grazing the wall there as well. Definitely losing a couple of tenths through that corner. He's now got Anonyma. Anonyma with the better momentum will surely get the move done. He's gone around the outside now. And he has got that move, so Anonyma up into fifth. Alessandro now down to sixth. So down 4 positions now for Alessandro. Tintin there in 7th place. Lattis is now in 8th. We've got Perry there in 9th. CMP not far off the back of him in 10th. So these three, 8th to 10th, in a bit of a three-way battle for that 8th position. Then we have Astro chasing down Kellen, trying to get the move done. I think Kellen may be getting the move done in the corner before. Oh, so we've got a yellow flag. Who's off? I think somebody's off. Slim is back out on track. Some way off the pack though. So who was that? Was that Astro? So we've got Zico there in first, Viking Dog second, BX in third, Anonyma is there in fourth with Alessandro in fifth, Yannick in sixth, and I think it must have been Astro. Astro all the way down in 12th now. And Viking Dog starting to creep into that slipstream. He's going to be getting the toe now off of his teammate up ahead. Is he going to play the team game? Managing to keep a nice gap though over BX Royal. BX Royal's got 2.9 seconds to the lead. Alessandro behind in fifth with a penalty there. Is that going to drop him down a position? I think Yannick maybe actually had a penalty as well, as Tintin has a look around the outside. Side by side through turn one. Oh, Yannick's hit it! He hit the invisible barrier! No, Yannick! Yannick down to 11th now. That's unlucky there for Yannick. He was doing so well as well. So we've got Zico still being chased down by his teammate in second place, but he's managed to pull a few tenths now. He's got a 9 tenths gap over Viking Dog. Viking Dog with 3.2 seconds over Anonyma. Anonyma's got past BX. BX must have had a moment somewhere. BX now down to 4th. 2.8 seconds off his teammate. Alessandro starting to creep onto the back of BX. Can he make the most of that? So maybe Viking Dog was cooling his tyres down a little bit. He started to creep back into... Start cutting back into that gap that Zico had created. It looks like Zico just gets the better momentum out of the bus stop. He's got a better drive, hasn't he? Both on pretty equal tyres. Viking Dog notoriously good for saving his tyres. Anonyma 3.6 seconds off the top two at the moment. 4.7 seconds is the gap to the leader. Then we got BX Royal in 4th, 2.1 seconds. Nearly 2 seconds is the gap to Anonyma. Alessandro still 7 tenths off the back of BX, with Tintin starting to creep up onto the back. Oh no, as I say that, Tintin goes for a bit of rallying. That's caught. Oh, what? How did they give him a penalty for that? He hasn't gained any time there. He's lost 5 tenths at least. And now he's going to lose another 5 tenths courtesy of that penalty. That's unlucky, Tintin. Perry currently stands 7th place, but being hounded by CMP in the Lexus. CMP currently running in 8th place. Can he get the move done on Perry? Lattis down to 9th now. Kellen sat in 10th, and then Yannick and Astro, the 2 Porsches, back in 11th and 12th. Raf still holding on there in 13th, and then Coleman in 14th, still trying to make his way on to the back of the rest of the field, but they have still yet to pit. Obviously he got his pit stop done early, took the sauce for his first stint, and it looks like actually maybe he's not pushing because he wants to try and save them tyres for as long as he can. I think he's going to try and turn it into a 1-stop here. He's going to try and take the mediums to the end of the race. He's got 11 laps to do so. Zico's pulled out 1.3 seconds over Viking Dog. In fact, stretching that gap by a couple of attempts once again. Is Viking Dog actually struggling around Daytona? Anonymous dropped a second back now. 4.6 seconds is the gap up ahead to the top two. BX only a second off the back of his teammate now. It was a couple of seconds before, so he's taken out at least 6 attempts on that last lap. Alessandro has dropped now 1.7 seconds behind BX. I think he's struggling a little bit with tyre wear. Tintin now, he's got a little bit of work to do, hasn't he, to get onto the back of Alessandro. As Lattas looking like he's going to lose that position to the Porsche of Yannick. Sweeps up the inside. I think Astro's going to get the move done as well. Astro has a look now up the inside. Is Lattas going to drop down to 11th place? He does. I want CMP. CMP down to 13th now. Zico starts lap 14. Still in the lead of the race. Oh, somebody else has just hit the barrier. Who was that? I heard it. Definitely heard it. Somebody definitely hit the barrier. I think it was BX. BX with damage on the front of that car. Up into 3rd place though. Wait, Anonymous down to 6th. Was that? There wasn't contact, was there? Oh, Anonymous. Was it Anonymous? I think Anonymous may be hitting the barrier there, and BX has possibly clipped his rear. I'm not too sure. You definitely heard a clunk. Or a clonk. It was a clunk or a clonk. Zico looking like maybe he saved a little bit more of them tyres than Viking Dog. Still keeping that gap nice and consistent. When is he going to come in though? They're both pretty much equal on fuel as well. So I don't think any positions to be made in the pits. But they've now got a lovely gap over the rest of the field. BX Royal now 7 seconds off the back of the leader. Well, off the back of Viking Dog. He's actually 8.5 seconds off the leader, Zico. So these guys are surely going to come in at the end of this lap. Alessandro going for the undercut. BX Royal stays out. Come on, BX. And yeah, Alessandro only just coming out of the pits now, it looks like. Or was that somebody else going into the pits? So Anonymous looking for the move up the inside now of Kellen. Kellen's going to try and hold it around the outside, and he manages to do so. Almost drifting out onto that grass once again. And then we've got a move being made up ahead. Tintin up the inside of Perry. A little bit deep on the exit. Perry's come alongside once again and retakes 4th place. Tintin finds himself in a bit of a McLaren sandwich at the moment. So Kellen's going to aid his teammate now, try and get past the Peugeot of Tintin. The fellas like Anonymous going to get a move done as well. Tintin definitely compromised there. He's going to lose position. And Yannick as well, down to 8th place now for Tintin. Anonymous up into 6th, and Zico finally into the pits, followed by Viking Dog. BX Royal will surely follow as well, and he does. I think everybody else is going to start filtering in now too. Yeah, it's definitely set off a chain reaction of pit stops. So everybody is now going to go in. I thought Raph was going to run for a bit longer than that, but... So Coleman, who pit very early on, is he going to move back up into the lead once again? And he does. Retakes the lead of the race on lap 16. Zico now out on fresh softs. 4.1 seconds off the back of Coleman. I think Coleman's got his work out for him now to try and keep the guys on the softs behind him, but if they're looking to take them softs to the end of the race, they're going to have to not work on them too hard. Zico still with 1.7 seconds over his teammate behind in 3rd place. BX Royal still 7.6 seconds off of the top 3 and the podium. Alessandro not too far behind BX now though. He's actually started reading him in a little bit. Also aided by them soft tyres. He pit a lap or two earlier, didn't he? Oh, what is going on back here? We got 5 cars, 6 cars, 5 cars, all locked in battle, headed by Yannick. And we've got the 2 McLarens, Perry and Kellen. Tintin in the Peugeot, Anonyma in the Jaguar, all jostling for position. Oh, as Yannick goes up the inside, but then gets aided by his teammate, gives him a little nudge, which has allowed him to keep the position. Yannick's going to have to stay behind into turn 1, tries to have a look around the outside now. Tintin's up the inside. Yannick almost out onto the grass as he loses a position to Tintin. Tintin up to 7th place. Yannick down to 6th now. Oh, as the other, I think that was Kellen, slightly runs into the back of Yannick, gives him a little bit of a boost. Anonyma almost getting the move done there on Kellen. Lattis, a couple of seconds behind now. He's going to have Astro for company soon. CMP there in 13th. Raf in, oh, he's got damage on the car as well. Not sure what happened to Raf. To Coleman. That gap has now dropped to 2.9 seconds. In fact, is Coleman coming into a 2? Perhaps he's going to do a 2-stop. He's going to go on softs again. Maybe that's going to be the strat for everyone. Been a little while since I raced around Daytona, so not one of my favourite tracks. Zico takes the fastest lap there, 1:46.4, so that's another point to add to his total. Still with a 1.7 second lead over his teammate there in 3rd place. BX Royal still 7 seconds or so behind Viking Dog, 11.4 seconds off of the lead. As we see positions made in the background there, I think it was, so Alessandro's still there in 5th place. Tintin's there in 6th. Was it Perry and Kellen? Or maybe Astro getting the move done, Tintin, sorry, getting the move done on Perry, maybe. We definitely saw a position change. Anonyma there in 9th, Lattice. Yannick and Astro back in 11th and 12th. CMP, Raf. I think maybe Raf's retiring the car. So Coleman went for that very early pit stop, didn't he? It looks like he's starting to struggle a little bit now on them warm mediums. He's lost a lot of time. Back to Zico, a charging Zico in 2nd place. Looking to try and take maximum points in this feature race.
I'm so stupid and so embarrassed. I'm sorry for wasting the seat. Good night.
Oh, don't be silly, Raf. No, you did good, mate. You just gotta keep your head in it, come back again, and yeah, you'll be fine. It's not an easy track, Daytona. So 4 laps to go in this race. I was somebody in the background there, I think Viking Dog getting a little bit squirrely on them soft tyres. Had a bit of a moment as Zico looks for the move. Tries to take 1st place away from Coleman, unable to do so just yet, but I think only a matter of corners. 1.9 seconds is the gap back to Viking Dog now. I don't think Zico's going to go for the move into the bus stop. He doesn't. So he's going to be looking to try and get it now on the approach to turn 1. I think he's going to get it before the start finish though. Slim now moves to the outside. Zico is on the inside and into the lead. Is Coleman going to come back though into turn 1? Was that a tactical move over? In fact, no. I think Coleman. I think it's a little acknowledgement, a little bit of a thank you there from Zico. As Coleman maybe looks for a move around the outside into turn 1, but thinks better of it. Oh, it's BX Royal. BX Royal has stolen the fastest lap, a 1:45.9. I think it's going to come down to the wire. I think you're going to have to wait for the stand-ins, ladies and gents. We haven't got anyone here to do the math for you to let you know, but I think it's going to be very, very close between Zico and BX as to who wins this season and whether Zico retains the crown for another season, or whether BX manages to retake it once again. But yeah, it's going to be very, very close indeed. Well, this man here, the reigning Tier 1 champion, looking to try and make it 2 in a row. The only other driver to do so far in Tier 1 is Iggy. The BX has won several, but not in a row, as I think the Viking Dog has as well. Slim, obviously, a Tier 1 champion as well. Under the attention now of Viking Dog. Viking Dog only 2 tenths off the back of Slim. 2.5 seconds off the leader. and he goes for a move up the inside now into turn 3. Coleman went a little bit deep there. He's come back around the outside though. Retakes that second place. Go on, Coleman. Still got some life left in them tyres. As Viking Dog softs are going to be starting to fade, as are Zico's, to be fair. Has Coleman got enough to be able to keep Viking Dog behind him though? The gap to the leader now 3.1 seconds. Oh, Viking Dog. And he's looking for a move into the bus stop. No, there's going to be contact there. There's definitely going to be contact, almost contact on the exit as well. Coleman keeps the position though. That was, oh yeah, that was brave. I think if anyone was going to try and move into the bus stop there, it's going to be Viking Dog. He's so very good on the brakes, but didn't work out that time around. Are we going to see the move into turn 1 though? He's got a bit of a run here now, aided by that slipstream. Coleman surely going to hold that inside line, and he does. So Viking Dog's going to try and sweep around the outside here. Coleman still alongside, still neck and neck between these two. Coleman's going to edge just ahead. And Viking Dog tries to send it around the outside once again. And Coleman keeps the position on the exit. Has the better run out of the turn as well. Viking Dog's going to have to set another one up, isn't he? I bet these two are just having a bit of fun now though, aren't they? It looks like they're having fun. As Viking Dog does finally get a move done up the inside, does he? Yeah, he does. He does. He manages to cement that position up into second place, but Coleman still hot on his heels though. Coleman down to third now, but just looking quick tonight in that Corvette. I say that, he's dropped a tenth or two off the back of Viking Dog. Is he going to look for a return move into the bus stop? Oh, not quite close enough. Maybe close enough on the exit. He's definitely pushing, isn't he? He's pushing on them very worn medium tyres. Has he got enough fuel? Yeah, he must have. Zico will be starting the final lap in a matter of seconds as Coleman goes to have a look around the outside now. Viking Dog holds the inside line. It's a drag race now down to turn 1. I think Coleman's moved just ahead, and he has. Coleman retakes that second place. Viking Dog back down to third. Both struggling for grip through turn 1. Fighting with the cars on the exit. And Coleman to the inside now. And Viking Dog looks for the switchback, but doesn't quite manage to pull it off. All the while, BX is starting to catch in the background there. BX 1.5 seconds off the back of these two. Then we have Alessandro in 5th place still, followed by Anonyma. In fact, Anonyma under attack from Kellen there in 7th, Tintin in 8th. We've got Perry, big gap back to him in 9th. Yannick is in 10th, trying to get the move done. Lattis in 11th. Astro trying to get that move done though in 12th place there. He's going to look for the switchback. Lattis covers it off. Astro 12th, CMP 13th. And Viking Dog manages to get back past Coleman once again. Oh, it's Coleman. Coleman tries to get a move done in the bus stop. There's been contact. And Viking still in 2nd place though. We're going to have to keep an eye on that track map to see how close Zico is to the start finish. But what a battle here. BX Royal now onto the back of these two. Is he going to be able to get a move done past them? Not too sure. We're going to have a look at the finish line in a minute. They're making a rolling roadblock. to Zico. Zico into the barrier. He's going to take the checkered flag. Is he? Yeah, he does. He crosses the line in first place. Coleman's going to take second place with Viking Dog in third. BX Royal finishes in fourth. Alessandro's going to take a top 5. GG's, lads. Excellent drive there from Alessandro. Anonymous going to finish in 6th place. GG's, Anonymous. Tintin in 7th. We've got Yannick comes home in 8th. Kellen in 9th. Kellen runs out of fuel. Lattis in 10th. Astro finishes in 11th. Perry in 12th. CMP will finish in 13th place. And Raf will finish in 14th, although that's kind of a DNF retire. But GG's from these guys. Oh my days. Zico and Viking Dog. Coleman and Viking Dog there. Like, that was an insane battle there. And BX at the end there as well. Insane racing from all these drivers throughout the season. Absolutely cracking stuff. It's been so very close as well, hasn't it? Has Zico done just enough? Oh, so Zico, I think Zico's done it. I think Zico's managed to do 2 in a row. Yeah, he has. Yeah, confirmed by the chat. Zico, 2-time Tier 1 champion, 2 in a row. GG's, mate. Absolutely dominant driving. It looked like it was going to be very, very close, though. We had Racing Green was very fast this season, as was BX Royal and Yannick as well. Yannick pulling out some really good races there. And Viking Dog, the surprise. I think he entered the round late or something, didn't he? And started absolutely smashing it. So yeah, GG's, lads. Absolutely cracking stuff once again. This has been season 18. This was the finale. Obviously, we'll be back again next season, which I think will be in a week or a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, stay tuned. And obviously, make sure you go and check out all the esports stuff and all the other commentaries from the other tiers. And we'll see you next time. I've been your boy Vex. This has been the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers from the GT7 Championship. Good night.